Hey there, welcome to another Git tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to talk about Git Worktree. All right, this is another very important concept which is going to save you a lot of time. What Git Worktree does is, suppose you are in a situation where you have to work on multiple work at this multiple tasks at the same time. All right, um, you are working on one thing and suddenly you have to work on this other thing which is on high priority. So earlier we learned that we can use git stash, right? So the problem with git stash is, suppose you have this, you are on this branch. Suppose you are on this branch and you suddenly have to branch off and work on something else and add these commits. So you have to, there are some changes in the working tree. So you stash this change and you can create another branch. You can create another branch and then you can work on it. So in that case, what you have to do is, you have to put all the changes aside and work on another branch, right? So in this case, you can work only on single branch at a time. Okay, so what Git Worktree allows you to do is, it allows you to create kind of a clone of this whole thing, this whole history of Git. Okay, using this Git Worktree, you can have this whole thing copied. Okay, whole thing copied locally, and you will simply have it like this. Okay, you can create as many clones as you want, and everything will be maintained by that single parent Git. Okay, so and in that case, you can work on multiple branches simultaneously, so that you don't have to suppose you have to work on another thing. You have to put one thing at self. You can't continue working on this. You want to work on another branch. You can create another work tree like this. You can create a clone. You can branch off. Okay, and you can continue the work, and you can push it to upstream. Okay, you can push it to upstream, and parallelly, while this change is after pushing to upstream, you will create pull request, and while this is in review, you don't have to do anything here. You just leave it here and you can come back to your previous work. You can continue working on this, and you don't have to put this changes aside again. If there are any review changes here, okay, required, you can make again changes here, and you can again push all those changes, and finally on the upstream your PR will get merged. And once that is merged, for this work, what you can do, you can pull the latest changes, you can rebase your changes here. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so it gives you a lot of flexibility. Now enough of this talk, let's see that in action. Okay, so suppose currently we are on a feature 1 branch. Okay, let's go to the main branch. Sorry, check out main. Okay, so now we are on main branch. Suppose we have to work on something, right? We are given one task. Let me close this. Okay, and I'm going to work on that task by creating a branch, right? So how do we do that? We are going to check out with -b, and we are going to name a branch. Okay, work tree feat 1. Okay, this is the branch name. Okay, now I'm in this branch and I'm going to add a file. feat1.md. I'm going to name it, and I'm going to add some changes. Change 1, change 2, change 3. Okay, now we have something in working tree, right? If we check the status, we have some changes currently, and now suddenly we have to work on something else. So when we were using the git stash, what we can do, we can simply stash these change, and we can again branch off we can go back to main branch again. From that main branch we can create another branch and we can continue that work, right? But now I don't want to do any of that. I just want to leave it here, and I just want to create another branch in a different clone, okay, of the same repo, so that I don't have to put this work on shelf. I just want to come back and continue my work as it is from here. All right, so for that we can create work tree. Okay, so how we can create a work tree? It's pretty simple. All you have to do is type git worktree add, and now you can provide a path, okay, and a folder name, right? So traditional or conventional way of creating a work tree folder is like see, currently we are inside the recording directory, and inside the recording directory we have this folder git examples. So at the same level we are going to create that work tree. Okay, so how we can do that? We can go back from this path to recording dot slash. Now we are at the recording. Now you can provide the name of your choice. So I'm going to name it like this: git examples, clone. Let's name it clone 1. Okay, and hit enter. So you can see that it says preparing work tree, new branch. See, it also created this branch. Okay, if you don't provide the name of your branch, what branch you want to create, and from which branch you want to check out. Okay, so it will simply take the latest commit on this branch. Okay, and from that commit, see, this is the latest commit on this branch. It will take that commit and it will create a new branch with the same name as your work tree. Okay, but now I want to create the different work tree with a different branch name and from a different branch. So for that, let's check the git branch, all the branches available. So suppose we have all these branches available. I want to check out from feed 2. Okay, so what I can do, I can copy feed 2, and now I can create work tree add, and now I can provide branch name, which branch I want to create in that work tree, new work tree. Okay, so for that I can provide -b and then the name of the branch. Now I want to name the branch as work tree branch 2. Okay, and then you provide the work tree. So I'm going to name this work tree as clone 2. Okay, now again, say this is the branch name you want to create. Okay, now if I don't provide anything else, it will create this branch from the latest commit of this branch. Okay, but now I don't want to create this branch from this branch. Okay, I want to create this branch from the feed 2. So here I can provide feed 2. So understand this again. I am creating a work tree, and I'm in that work tree, in that clone of this repo. Okay, I'm going to check out with this branch name. Okay, with this branch name, and this will be the name of the work tree, and this branch will be created from this branch. Okay, now if I hit enter, see, it says preparing work tree, new branch. This is the name of the branch that we have provided, and see, it says head is now at this commit change in feed 2. Correct? So this is how you create work tree. Now you can check all your work tree. Okay, so for that all you have to do is work tree list. Okay, so now you can see we have 3 work trees. Okay, this was the main work tree, and these are 2 that we have created. For this work tree, the head is at this commit, and this is the name of the branch. And for this work tree, head is at this commit, and this is the name of the branch. Now you will say how I can use this. This is pretty simple. See, at this folder location you have these 3 different folders. You can simply go to these folders and open. Okay, you will be in this work tree. So for example, you can check, I want to go to this work tree. Okay, all I have to do is go to that work tree, and here you can see we are in this directory, and this is the branch name, right? This is the branch name. Now I want to go to this work tree. What I can do, I can again go back to this work tree, okay, and you will see the branch name will be this one. Okay, if I hit enter, you can see this is the branch name on this work tree. Now you can check the log also. Log will have all those git history. So see, this work tree was created from feed 2, right? So all the git history on the feed 2 will be shown here as well. Okay, so I'm going to use one line. See here, head is at, see, work tree branch 2, my branch 2, and the feed 2, and all the git history you can see here, right? And now suppose you want to work on this, work tree. You can simply open it in a different VS Code. See here, you can see, let me zoom in. See here, the repo name is git examples clone 2, which is same as this one, and you can work on this and this simultaneously. Okay, this is like another clone, and you can see this is the branch name here, work tree branch 2, and you can make any changes here and you can push. Okay, now let me quickly show you. Okay, let me open it side by side. Okay, so here we are in this work tree, git examples clone 2 on this branch. Okay, and here we are. So let's go back to the main work tree. Okay, here I'm going back to main work tree. See here, you can see there are no changes, right? There are no changes. If you check the git status, there are no changes. Working tree is clean. But if you go back to your previous work tree, you will see all those changes are in working tree as it is. Okay, here you don't see any changes, right? Here you won't see any changes. If I go back, so notice that we have still opened the git examples work tree. Okay, but in the terminal we are on a different work tree. So you can see the changes here in the VS Code. Okay, but in the terminal we are on a different work tree. So here you won't be able to see that changes. Okay, it says on branch work tree, branch 2. Okay, and nothing to comment, working tree clean. But if I go back, okay, if I go back to this, here you can see, which is status, that there are some changes, right? In this file worktree feat1.md, we have these changes. Okay, now here in this side you don't see that file. This file is not here. Okay, so you can add whatever you want. You can make any changes on this branch, on this work tree. You can push it to upstream. Okay, and you can come back here at any time. Okay, and you can continue your work. So these two works can be done parallelly. Similarly, you can open that third work tree as well, and you can work on multiple work at the same time. Just be careful, don't open too many work trees, because if you are making many changes, you might get conflicts. Okay, and if the conflicts are messed up too much, then you will run into problem. Okay, so just be careful. But yeah, this will give you a lot of flexibility. Okay, now let's quickly add some changes here as well. Okay, I'm adding work tree branch 2.md. so here also I can add some changes. Let's add these changes like this, branch 2 change 1. Okay, so now we have some changes here. If you check the status, and we have some changes here, right? You can commit these changes and push it to upstream, or you can commit these changes, push it to upstream, create a pull request here or at this side. Okay, anywhere. Okay, and now that suppose we are done with these changes and I want to commit it. Okay, I'll go here, I will simply commit message. I'm going to simply add some random message. I've committed this change. If you check the git status, there's nothing here. Now I simply want to push it to upstream. Okay, suppose I have pushed this to upstream and all the changes are done here. I don't want to make any other changes. Okay, I'm done with the changes here. I'm coming back here, and I want to resume my work. Okay, I no longer need this work tree. Okay, so how I can, you know, get rid of this work tree, because I no longer need it, right? So for that, all you have to do is from here or here, anywhere. Okay, see, this is nothing but a folder right inside the recording. Okay, so you can go ahead, you can delete these folders like git examples clone 2 or git examples clone 1. Okay, you can delete it until it will be gone, but it's not the recommended way, because when you are creating this work tree, git will maintain, okay, git will maintain, you know, about the work trees. It will be tracking all these work tree, so it's not recommended directly go and delete these, you know, directory here. So for that, git has provided commands. Okay, so all you have to do is you have to type git work tree. First, let's check all the git work trees. Not what tree, work tree, right? So currently we have, see, currently we have these 3 work trees. Okay, now I want to remove this and this. Okay, I'm done with the changes here, and all those changes are merged. Now I want to remove these work trees and keep this as simple. Okay, so for that, you can use git work tree remove, and you can provide the path. Okay, so I'm going to use this dot slash this. So this work tree is removed. If you want, you can check. See, now we only have these 2 work tree. Okay, again, I again don't need this one. I can again remove this. For that, you can simply go ahead and hit enter, and now if you will check work tree list, we only have this work tree, right? So now you know how you can, you know, do multiple work using git work tree parallelly. Okay, this will save you a lot of time, and this is an amazing feature given by Git. Utilize it, and, you know, let me know if you need more information on this.